Hey, and welcome back. Hopefully, this goes pretty smooth once again. We're on week 1, day 2. This time I'm trying to cast a little picture of myself up in the corner so you can see all the craziness that goes on behind me. I'm sure a kid or two will walk by during the process. If you haven't already devoted a notebook to math, maybe now would be a good time to do so, or have a clean sheet of paper that you can keep in order in a binder or folder of some sort would be really awesome. All right, and we're going to dive right in. We did adding polynomials on day 1, and on day 2 we're going to be subtracting those polynomials. All right, so you should be able to see what I write. Well, I look sideways. So remember when we added, we had something like 3x plus 7 plus negative 2x minus 5. All right, and with that problem you simply identify the like terms, so 3x and negative 2x, put those together, so 3 combined with negative 2 is 1x. And 7 combined with negative 5 would give you 2. And since it was positive, we attach it with a plus sign. New. Subtract. From way back in the olden days of elementary school, when you were first introduced to negatives, you were introduced to the idea that subtracting is the same as adding the opposite. So we're going to embrace that whole idea. So let's take our first example, 5x minus 7. Subtracting 2x plus 10. All right, so where we have subtraction, we're going to change it to addition. And every sign after that is going to become the opposite. It's almost like we're distributing a negative 1 to both of those items. And you're pretty good at distributing. So adding, the opposite of 2x is negative 2x. The opposite of positive 10 is negative 10. My first set of parentheses does nothing because there was no subtraction in front of it. Now we just combine like terms. And I'll write a little CLT there to remind you. So 5x minus 2x leaves you with 3x. And negative 7 minus 10 leaves you with negative 17. And there's your final answer. Now, of course, we started out with one of the easier problems. So we'll go with some bigger polynomials instead of just a binomial. We'll call that number 1, and we'll call this one number 2. Let's see what I got. That's a little bit trickier. 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 3x. And we're going to subtract x cubed minus 8x squared plus 11x. First one doesn't change at all. So go ahead and take a moment and rewrite that first one. Subtraction becomes the opposite, adding. And then we change all the signs afterwards because subtracting is the same as adding the opposite. So x cubed, the opposite is negative x cubed. Negative 8x squared is positive 8x squared. Positive 11x becomes negative 11x. And then it's just a matter of combining like terms. So 2x cubed minus x cubed. Remember there's a 1 there, so 2 minus 1 gives me 1x cubed. I'm going to box in the x squareds. I have 5x squared plus 8x squared. It leaves me with 13x squared. And then maybe I'll circle the x terms. Don't forget the signs go inside though. So negative 3x minus 11x leaves me with negative 14x. None of the like terms change. They stay exactly the same. So far so good? Remember, you can pause the video anytime. You can go back. You can rewatch it. You're not committed to my timeline anymore because we're not in the same room. Let's take a look at example number 3. And what would the day be like without a typo? This should be a squared. So take a moment and make sure you have yours written down the same as mine. First set of parentheses, no changes. Subtraction changes to what? Addition. And everything becomes the opposite. So the opposite of negative 2x cubed is 2x cubed. The opposite of x squared is negative x squared. Combining like terms, there's my x cubes, or my x to the third. Remember, 3 as an exponent we say is cubed. 30 and 2 gives me 32x cubed. 29x squared, I'll put a squiggly underneath both of the x squareds. Negative 29 minus, remember what number is there? Sneak a 1 in there if you need to. So negative 29 minus 1 is negative 30. Keep the x squared. And then I have one poor little bugger who doesn't have a partner. So he doesn't combine with anyone. He just tags along for the ride. Poor kid. All right. Sometimes you see some weird cases. 4x plus 2 minus 3 parenthesis 2x plus 4. Just be prepared for the idea that that kind of becomes a distribution problem before you combine like terms. So 4x plus 2 minus 6x minus 12. Because negative 3 times 2x gives you the negative 6x. Negative 3 times 4 gives you the negative 12. Combine like terms then. 4x and negative 6x. 2 and negative 12. And I believe you should be good to go. There, my video is under 7 minutes today, so you should be pretty happy with that. Take a look at the day 2 assignment. Please make sure that you are submitting that under Teams assignments, and then I can put a grade right on it and get it right back to you. As long as you put a good, honest effort into it, full credit should be absolutely, it's like a normal homework assignment. All right, take care. Hope you are well. Be on the lookout for some pictures of the calves. I think it's time for Charlotte to make another appearance. She's growing. All right, take care.